Good morning. Today the wind is starting to pick up. We just had a rain event that come through. If you're new to the channel and you're catching up, a week or so ago we got all our fields planted, got everything planted for the first time. This week we've had a rain event come through, which is great. We ended up with 1.5 inches of rain at the north side of our farm all the way to the south side of my farm. Pretty well broadcastedly across. So that is amazing. Got it all planted, got a rain across it, about to start sand fighting and rotary hoeing and getting after it. So y'all tune in. I'll see y'all here in a little bit. Okay, some tools I need for today. And I do not want to leave home without them because I am going by myself here. So I'm going to take my gloves. I'm going to take a crescent in case I have a bearing go out. What I decided I needed yesterday is a long flathead screwdriver and my pair of pliers. Got it all right there. Okay guys, I did not like the way this was running. It was digging up my cotton. Over here hooking on my sand fighter. Oh man, just when you think you're going to be real productive and then you're not. Got all my hoses plugged in, everything's good to go. Okay, got back over here. Till I ran the rotary hoe over there, now I'm running the sand fighter. The sand fighter goes in between the rows and just jerks up big clods, and it doesn't run on top of the row. I felt like that rotary hoe was actually digging up cotton. It was thinning it out. But this sand fighter will just go right in between the little rows of cotton because they're just popping up out of the dirt. And they're popping through the crust by themselves. And what it's doing is, in this milo ground, the stalks are buried underneath the ground, and that rotary hoe is grabbing that stalk, jerking it out of the ground, and when it does, it jerks out my cotton plants. So this cotton does not need to run with the rotary hoe, or I'm going to end up thinning it versus helping it. And my goal as a farmer is to care and nurture for my crops, not destroy my crops. That's why I went and swapped rigs. Looks a lot different, as you can tell. Rotary hoe versus a sand fighter. It's sand fighting pretty. And that sand fighter, what it does is it just essentially jabs holes in the ground and flicks these clods up. What those clods do, I'll show you these little paddles. These paddles just turn, knock holes in the ground, flip some dirt up. And even like just right here, you can rub your hand on the ground and you can see that little fine dust like that. Well, what happens is when the humidity gets low and the dust starts blowing, it'll start blowing that little sand right there that I just showed you all across the ground. And that sand rubs in the air and makes static, and that static will actually shock those plants and kill them. It'll turn them black, kill them deader than hammer. There's a weed. Holy cow. The devil's claw right there. Super blessed to have the rain. We wouldn't have any crop here if we didn't get any rain. 16 rows at a time. It's got 17 gangs on it. The outside one has to run twice to stay on pattern. I was going to show you all this 50-30 pattern is really actually pretty hard to run a sand fighter through if you don't have a GPS on. A year or so ago I bought some extra paddles here, or different ones. See, these only have 3, 1, 2, 3, and that fits between the narrow row. As you can see, my bearing hanger to my cotton, and bearing hanger to the cotton. is really tight. Unless cotton gets that big, you have to quit running, or these bearing hangers will thrash your cotton row. Okay, this 50-inch row, see this paddle has 4. Obviously I'm pulling this with the 8320R, pulls this thing super easy, doesn't even know it's there. And running about right at 10 miles an hour, which is, well, 10 miles an hour, pretty slow to be sand fighting in. But got it in 13th gear out of the back. I got her set at 2,000 RPMs. I guess I could shift into 14th, but between 13th and 14th, there's a, so I just run in 13th. But yeah, you can see it flopping those clods up back there. And those clods, you want them to land straight back down, because if they flop over and land on the cotton, they'll just break the cotton off. So that wouldn't be any good. Just generally, we have to sand fight everything. That's why we grow a lot of cover crops. This field was in milo last year, so I did not grow a cover crop on it. The milo rotation will sure help this cotton later on. Even like right here, you can see these, it's like a real sandy spot, and then the cover crop is better, and then a sandy spot, and then the milo stubble. We actually came through here. There's a pretty good area there that we put cover crop in. This is the lowest part of the farm. It wants to wash that way, and so we came in and floated all that out and put a cover crop in it to help hold the soil back where it's supposed to go, just to keep erosion from happening. Alright guys, yesterday I got to running on the rotary hoe and I didn't like the way it's looking, and I forgot to take any footage of it running. Anyway, today my brother's running it, and they're scratching up some cotton. It's got crust on it, got some hail up here. Kind of had a rough run at it in these northern farms the past couple days, but when he takes off, I'll get y'all some footage of this thing running. It will stir the dirt now. Running on a 245R. One of their planting tractors, they pulled the wheels off of it. And a rotary hose for a couple days. For today. Well, guys, had a little bit of an unfortunate event here yesterday. My brother been running this big rotary hoe almost all day long. It's about 100 degrees, and we think this variable fan drive here got hot, or a bearing or something might have went out in that. I'm not sure. Caught the belt on fire and got her pretty good. Luckily we were able to put it out. The guy that was running it called me. We brought a water truck, and we got luckily someone stopped off the highway and ran down here to our other barn and got a fire extinguisher, and really probably saved that tractor. If we'd have got into any of the hydraulic lines here, I think it'd have been a toasty one. But wind was blowing right up into the front of it, and that's where she lays. So I guess maybe later today we're going to have to unhook all this rotary hoe and bring the semi truck and put this tractor on a truck and take it to the shop. Like I say, this is my brother's tractor. It's my rotary hoe, but just another day in West Texas trying to get stuff done, sand fighting and rotary hoeing, and just darn near lost her. 8245 is what it is. Luckily everyone's safe, everyone's good, but pretty scary 30 minutes we had there. You can see they brought the second team out. They're still rolling.